Well, hello, you guys. It is Thursday, and we have a great show for you today. We got something really cool to show you. This is what used to be a church in South Eugene, and St. Vincent DePaul purchased it. Hosea Youth Services is going to manage it, and it's going to be individual apartments for young women in our community who are at risk of being homeless. When I came here a few months ago when this was announced, it was really ugly. And it's looking good, it's looking pretty. We're going to take you on a little tour of the place. We're going to talk to St. Vincent DePaul. We're going to thank Century Lighting. They're the ones who picked this show. They sponsor the show. We're also going to talk to St. Vincent's about what's going on. We also going to talk to a group that is a new organization that helps kids parents who need to put their kids somewhere, but like foster care. But instead, what they do is this group takes those children for them so they don't have to go into foster care. But they'll explain more about that. But first, I got this cool person we're going to talk to. I'm going to hurry up and go on here and turn that off. I figured out why our show shuts down. And I got somebody really interesting that I've already chatted with a little bit. This is Mia.
Hi.
And Mia, you're from where?
I'm from Oakland, California.
And how did you end up in Eugene, Springfield, Oregon?
I ran away from my foster home at the time. It wasn't exactly the best place to be.
So it was a bad situation.
Yeah, it wasn't a good situation.
So you and your sister kind of made a plan, and you decided, I like what you told me before, you said we kind of decided to run away. Well, you actually decided to run away.
Yeah, I went through with the plan to come to Oregon and live here and finish high school here. My sister stayed in the foster family. Good thing is they actually got better though, so I'm in touch with them again.
Okay, so how tough is it when you're living on the street?
Really tough. You're trying to find food and a place to sleep at night, and nothing's ever guaranteed. There's also different kinds of homelessness too. There's the kind where you're on the street, and there's the kind where you're couch surfing, and so I was couch surfing a lot.
So what people don't understand is the reason you weren't at home is because your family situation wasn't the best.
Yes, my family situation wasn't really good either. A lot of my family are not mentally in a good place,
So you don't really have many options?
No, did not have many. I was just staying with friends and going from place to place.
So Mia was telling me too that she would go to school, and okay, so then you're supposed to expected to study, right?
Yeah.
And concentrate like all the other children on your work, but in the back of your mind, what's going on? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about like food and where I'm going to stay at night, not so much like all the testing I have to do, which is like when you're a junior and a senior, they want you to do the FAFSA and all that kind of stuff, but you can't really think about that when you're trying to think about where you're going to sleep and what you're going to eat.
So what did you do? How did you make this work? What did you?
I got help from several people, and one of which was my uncle. So I actually stayed on his couch for 2 years or so. So yeah.
And then did you get into a program?
I got into a few programs. I signed up for some housing companies, and I got one with Nedco. So that's where I'm at now. I graduated high school and got some jobs.
Seriously? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what are you doing now? So tell the good part of the story. What are you doing now?
So now I'm working for Parks and Recreation, and I'm trying to get a second job for an advertising company. And I've got my own apartment, and I'm living on my own.
And you're smiling a lot.
Yeah, so it's better than I was.
So did you ever think that you would be where you are today?
No, I mean, I hoped I was going to be where I am today, and it's really nice to see that I'm there now. So
when you think about the young women who are going to be living in this place,
mm-hmm.
In this center, give me some thoughts.
I think this is going to be really good for them because most of the ones who are going to be here, they're going to be still in high school, so they'll be able to focus more on their future than I was able to. They'll be able to do all the things that they want to do instead of having to focus on the necessities that they should already have.
So unlike kids who are in a stable home, you're just trying to figure out how you're going to be alive tonight, and they want you to. It's kind of silly because they want you to focus on math and reading and writing, and you're going, I'm kind of focusing on living right now, trying to have a place to live.
Right.
And you can't understand that unless you're in it.
Right. That's definitely how it is.
So I just get this weird feeling that you might be like helping people.
I hope so.
I bet I see a lot of hearts on here. I think there's a lot of people that like your story right there.
That's good.
But I mean, I think because, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Oh my God. But I bet you're going to be helping people, like young people in your situation. This will be very helpful to them.
I hope so.
Because there is a path out.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely a way out of it. A lot of them can't see that, though. A lot of them just kind of see what's happening now and think, I don't have a future. And sadly, that's how it is. And so with this, they'll be able to focus on their future. And
but you're not even connected to this.
No, I mean, not really.
No, I mean, this is, you just know that the value of what the building is.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Mia, I like, what, do you understand?
Oh, and I work for the 15th night, so I work on the Youth Advisory Council for that.
Okay, so what is that for people that don't know?
The 15th night is a program that's trying to help youth get off of the streets, or for youth who are at risk of being homeless. So yeah, we're trying to help them. There's a Catalyst team that's supporting us, and we use this thing called the Rapid Alert Network, which if anyone needs food or shelter or something like that, or clothes, we can give that to them.
People are saying, what a great program, what a great idea. Now they're throwing hearts at you again. I just want to make sure you see that people really are, they're resonating with what you're talking about, because it matters.
Yeah.
And you're very brave to come here and do this. And I love the way, you know what I really like about you? Is the respect that you have for your family, even though you didn't have the best situation. You don't talk down about it. You talk reality about it.
Yeah, I mean, truth is that they're not the best, but they are still trying sometimes. Well, some of them are still trying, and so.
But that's pretty gracious of you.
Thank you.
I like that. Let's go talk to Paul about the program, so you can find out a little bit more. So this is Paul Neville. We're going to go grab Paul here. Well, try to beat her, huh? Sorry, I should have, I'm sorry to put you behind Mia. That's how it works. But this is Paul Neville. He works with St. Vincent DePaul. So tell us about this building, Paul.
So this is an 8,000 square foot church. It's about 50 years old. It was the former Cascade Presbyterian Church. And Terry and I heard about this church from neighborhood leaders about a year ago, 14 months maybe. And they said that this church was about 24 hours from being sold. So Terry and I, Terry McDonald, the executive director of St. Vincent de Paul, and I raced over to meet with neighborhood leaders who called us because they wanted us to put a homeless facility in their neighborhood. And that was hard to believe in the first place.
Yeah, not many places are asking for that, are they?
No, not at all. They did that because they'd been meeting, a group of neighborhood associations had been meeting in South Eugene, trying to figure out a way that they could responsibly provide services for the homeless within their own boundaries, rather than doing what's always been done in the past and put everything in Whitaker.
Now, isn't the other part of the story, because we met and talked about this a while back, the other part of the story is the church was trying, their membership was dwindling, and they wanted to sell the building, use the money to do something for the homeless.
Right.
So how weird is that? I mean, so it's kind of a double whammy for them.
Yeah, they had a full price offer. I went to the pastor, Shaner Newsom, said, Shaner, would you sell us, would you give us a 6-month option? And he said, well, we have a full price offer. No one passes up a full price offer for an option. And he said, what do you want to use it for? And we said, we want to house homeless teens. And he said, well, that's kind of odd. We sell in the church, not because we're a dwindling congregation. We're very healthy, but we're doing it so that we can free up our budget so we can help the homeless.
And they started meeting in another building.
The Hi-Fi Music Hall.
Which?
A nightclub.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a concept, huh?
Yeah.
People are liking that. So can you kind of take us on a little tour?
You bet.
And then we'll talk to.
So where we are right now is.
Okay, guys, I'm going to turn this down.
Okay.
Okay, this is the former church sanctuary.
Right. And this is going to become, or is in the process of becoming, what we're going to call the Commons. And that's the area where the youth who live here, the 13 girls who are currently homeless, and have yet to be selected, but they will shortly. And they will come down here, and this is where they will eat together, hopefully, many nights. At least one night a week, they'll have a big joint meeting and a presentation. Hosea Youth Services is going to be running this, our day-to-day operations here. So
is this the kitchen back in here?
This is the kitchen. And this is over here is the laundromat.
So you're going to have laundry right here.
Right, it'll be free laundry. And then right here is a computer lab that we've yet to install, but we just got 6 computers donated from an anonymous donor. And this was the former Beck Sanctuary Wall, which the city had us put windows in, which is really going to light this up a lot.
And what's up above the top? up here?
It is just open space.
Okay, so let's go look at the rooms in here.
Yeah, well, let me stop. I'll tell you something real quickly here. When we put this together, we decided to put 14 rooms in here, and we're going to show you the rooms and a commons area. The reason we did that, frankly, was because we wanted to keep the R1 zoning, but in fact, and not have a zoning battle. But in fact, not one neighbor has opposed this project. Not one.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. There's Suzanne. She's the reason we're here. And Joe. Joe's staying near us. So you guys, this is when you walk in, and there is a downstairs, but we're going to go upstairs to some rooms.
So this is a split level right here. It's kind of like they did in the 50s and 60s. You go up and down. Now, up here were the church offices and kind of gathering rooms. These are all now, there's a set of public restrooms, but these are all rooms.
Apartments.
These are all apartments. Very small, some of them a little bigger than others. Average size is about 9 by 12 feet. Each one has a tiny shower, has a small kitchenette that's basically a hardwired microwave and a mini fridge. And so there's just room for a bed, a dresser, and a small desk, and that's it, and a kid.
So Mia, what do you think?
I think it's fantastic. It's more than I even expected it to be. So yeah.
You'd love a space like that, huh?
Yeah.
So you guys, so there's 14, is there 14 apartments?
14 apartments, one's for a resident manager.
So one guy's is for a resident manager. So
Right.
many other communities could learn a huge lesson from that. Tracy, you're right.
So this is one of the rooms that's better. Yeah, we're gonna have a resident manager who is provided by Hosea. We're gonna have a casework services manager. That position is funded jointly by Hosea and Direction Services.
Okay.
So there's actually 5 nonprofits that are participating in this, along with the 3 school districts. So we've got a lot of partners. It's a very, very collaborative model.
Suzanne, come here, please. People are saying hi.
Hi.
So Tracy's saying hi, Suzanne. Joe, you can slide in here too if you want to. So you guys always pick good shows.
We do.
So what was it about St. Vincent, this house, this place that you guys picked for?
I heard a presentation by Terry at Green Lane Sustainable Network, and I was really intrigued by what they're doing to give back to the community. Terry McDonald is very innovative, and I think his work is really underappreciated in this town. He's just doing amazing things behind the scenes, and so I'm just excited to be able to support it.
Suzanne.
Yeah.
This is a pretty special place.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? And, we think of all the kids that are out there that need a place like this. It's safe and where they can have basic needs met so they can actually get an education. So it is.
So how does this connect with what you guys do? I mean, really, because you're in the lighting business. You guys go into businesses and you put in efficient lighting sources and you put in lighting that makes us have better moods, which I really appreciate. But it really is about what you do. You kind of do the same thing with everything you've picked so far with the store, with the story.
Yeah, well, it's amazing to highlight the amazing things that are going on within our community to help people, and a lot of these people maybe aren't aware of and don't know it's there. If they need a resource or if there's a place they want to volunteer or help out, to just let them know about it.
Right. So you guys, go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to say, our mantra is we want to make today better for people. And if we can share the information and share the opportunities for people to be involved in and make a difference in people's lives, we've had a great day.
Okay, and I'm not trying to be corny at all, but what I was thinking when I was driving over here, I was going, you guys really put light on issues in the town that other people don't know about.
Yeah. Very cool.
And so it's where you light businesses, but you also are lighting the community, and I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love what you're doing here.
Yeah.
So to keep in that mode, get over here. You guys, I didn't even know that this was available, that this was here. Mia, would you come over here too? Because I want you to hear this from what she's saying. This is such an inspiring program. Thank you, Century Lighting, for helping bring these amazing stories out. Tracy, you're welcome. So tell them who you are.
My name is Angela Albin, and I am the director of Safe Families for Children here in Lane County.
So what is Safe Families for Children?
Safe Families is a preventative program where we offer care for children whose families are in crisis. So single mom who is in crisis, homeless, or drug and alcohol treatment, something like that, we have a place, volunteers, who are willing to take her kids for a short period of time so she can get her life back on track.
So in the normal world, because you don't live in the normal world, because that is a very special thing, the children would probably end up in foster care system.
Yes, we work with a lot of families that are teetering on the edge. They're really good enough parents, but one bad day, one crisis, they are likely to lose their kids to foster care.
Jennifer, I'm going to read your comment just because it's there right now. I'm going to interrupt this, but I wish they would have had something like this when I was 13 and my mom kicked me out. This is a blessing. Jennifer, thanks for being brave enough to say that. I think that's pretty powerful stuff. So why is it so important that your group, that you keep kids, I don't want to say out of foster care, but I want to say in a different sort of system?
We believe that kids really do best if they are with their families. If they can stay with those parents, even if they aren't the best parents in the whole world, kids are more likely to do well in life if they're with their parents. So we're providing parents a short break to get their life back on track. And then kids get to go back with their parents and sort of be able to go on with the rest of life without needing foster care.
Okay, so Mia, all I see when I'm looking at this, I am listening to you, but I'm watching your head, and you're like about to nod your head right off of your shoulders. So I love having you here because this is like perfect. So why is that what she said?
I can definitely agree with that. There's also some situations where foster care isn't always the best. It can be just as bad as some of the situations that people leave out of. I've met a lot of other foster kids when I was younger whose foster families were just using them to get compensation for having them, or the kids were being abused in the foster home and they wouldn't let them tell the social workers. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that a lot of people can't see in foster care.
So how important is that you still know that I'm still connected to my mom and dad or my grandma or somebody? You know what I mean? What they're doing is you're not getting taken somewhere else and put somewhere else where then there's a system that manages you. You still are, you're still connected to your parents.
Yeah, that's good sometimes to know that you can still be connected with your parents, definitely. Because sometimes the parents are perfectly fine. It's just like they can't always take care of the kids, and they need support with that.
Yeah, that's exactly. We have found so many families that, like I said, they're good enough parents, just a bad day or a bad week or a bad month, and you get homeless and someone finds out about it and they pull your kids, and then it's really hard to get your kids back. And we just want to say, for these parents that are good enough, and foster care has a place, so we totally believe that some kids need to be pulled, but for a lot of families, this is a good option.
So how do people get a hold of you? You can get Tracy on there. She's my secretary. She's my unofficial secretary. Well, she will put your website on there if you just give it to her slowly.
It is eugene.safe-families.org. Safe Families is a national organization, so safe-families.org is the national website, and we are just one of 100 branches around the country offering this preventative program.
So, Paul, can we look downstairs? Is there? Okay. So, you guys, I want to take you downstairs. The other thing I want to do really quick while I'm here at the top of the stairs and I got this bright. Joe, what is your guys' website? Tracy, can you put this on there too?
Yeah, our website is centurylightingoregon.com, and it's all spelled out. CENTURYLIGHTINGOREGON.com.
Okay, and that's for any kind of lighting needs you have. You just want to tell them you love them and thank them for doing that. Joe, stick with me, buddy. We're going to go take the tour downstairs. So, you guys, here again is the main door, the main lobby, or as it used to be in the church, it's the foyer. And now we go downstairs. So, Paul, are these more rooms?
More rooms. We got 7 on each floor.
7 rooms on each floor. Oh, these are so cool. So there's the little bathroom. So there's a microwave area, kind of a kitchenette type thing. I like the way they put these little walls like back in there. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's a closet area.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, so, and we have a bike bar that'll be filled with Vinny's bicycles for the girls to ride across town.
So, Paul, do this for me. Give us an when is it open? Where are we at with that?
It's going to open probably in early January. We're closing in. Construction is on schedule and going well. And we'll have probably be selecting the first young women for this project in December. Working with the McKinney-Vento liaisons at each. Those are the homeless advocates that are federally mandated in each school district.
Okay.
They've been big supporters and consultants. We've also worked with the homeless youth community in designing this project and working with them.
I met with Hosea Youth Services yesterday about another project that we're going to work on with them, and they're super excited.
Right.
Yeah, and they're going to be a great agency to run this because they're really where the rubber hits the road out there.
Oh yeah, they're great. When I sat down with them, I interviewed a number of providers, and when I sat down with them, Dave Williams, the director, talked to me about a mentorship program and how every kid is going to have a mentor that's going to be dedicated to working with them for an entire year, and it'll probably be longer. I was sold because these are kids that, in some case, an adult is not committed for even a day.
Yeah.
To have somebody committing to them for a year is a wonderful thing.
That's awesome. And Dave is such a good guy.
Oh, yeah,
and he was homeless himself.
Yeah.
I interviewed him one time, and he's like, Rick, I lived on the street for quite a while, and so he really gets that whole thing.
Right.
He understands that thing.
Right.
So what can people do to find out more about this project?
Well, our website is SVDP, as in St. Vincent DePaul, svdp.us. You go onto that site, and there's a menu down the side, and click on Homeless Youth, and everything you need to know, all the news articles and TV links and everything about the youth home, a way to donate and help the youth home.
Elizabeth says, I want to get involved.
Oh, great.
So if you guys...
Or you can call me, too.
Yeah, Paul Neville?
Yeah, 458-210-8094.
So those are some things you can do. And then the other thing you can do for us is post this, share this on your page. I mean, it's really simple to do. You just take this and share it right now on your page, and then put something on there to tell people kind of why you were interested, because they're not going to care about me, they're not going to care about Paul. You're going to care about what you think because it's your page. So that's the one thing you can do for me. Come here, I want you to do one more thing. So just we're at the end here. So what kind of people are you looking for in terms of businesses, commercial businesses, that kind of thing for lighting work?
Right, yeah, we do all commercial businesses. We offer monthly services to a lot of banks, medical facilities, Cafe Yum. We do a wide gamut. So if you have a business and you would like to have your light taken care of, we would love a call. Also, if you have pole lights, because we have 2 boom trucks, so we do exterior lights, we can reach up to 50 feet. So if you notice you have a dark parking lot on these dark days, we help with that too.
And Suzanne also is an expert when it comes to mood lighting, like how you can light your own home. If you're kind of crabby, it might be your lighting.
It very likely is, especially on these gray days, yeah.
So she can help you in your own home, and it's not over the top expensive, to show you how you can do simple things to bring the right kind of light in at the right time of day.
Exactly.
And for workplaces, you do that for them because you will get better employees because they won't be so gnarly in the day.
It increases productivity, and they sleep better at night if they're under the right kind of light during the day. It makes a huge impact.
And an employee who slept is going to be a nicer employee.
Yeah, fewer accidents and fewer mistakes, so yes.
So see, I mean, and it gives me one more thing to blame my crabbiness on. So Mia, I think we began with you, and I think we should end with you.
Okay.
Give us some. If there's kids out there who are struggling with the same thing you did, what do you say to them to give them hope?
Just hang on. It's all gonna end eventually. As long as you hang on, as long as you have hope and keep working towards your future, you could definitely make it.
So is there always a new day?
Yes.
Is there always something at the end of the tunnel?
Yes.
This too will pass?
Always.
I think that's the one thing somebody said to me recently. I was doing a story on suicide. And the mom, I said, what would you say to your child who took their life if you could? The last thing you'd say. And she looked at me and she said, I would say, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
She
as
goes,
long as you want there to be a tomorrow.
Yeah. And she didn't have the chance to do that. So we can, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can keep telling people it's going to get better.
Right.
You're going to end up like her. Beautiful, has a home, a roof. She's going to do wonderful things, change the world.
Thanks.
I like that. No, don't thank me. I'm thanking you. You're the one who's going to do it. I'm just an old guy. So you guys share this on your page. Let people know what you saw today. When you're looking for, if you know somebody who's in a situation where they need some help, you heard the program that helps instead of foster care. When you're looking for business needs, you know where to go. And when you're looking to take and get rid of some of the stuff in your house that you don't need anymore, St. Vincent DePaul. you guys have trailers everywhere. there's always a place, because that's what helps fund their program.
Vinnyville is everywhere.
Vinnyville. Oh, I think that he coined a new phrase. Look, they like that. Okay, you guys spread it around. Thank you. Tomorrow night, we're going to be at Satin Love Orchestra's having a 20-year anniversary at the Venue 252. Dave Kammerer is sponsoring it. We're going to be down there at the beginning just watching the highlights and seeing what's going on. On Saturday, we're going to be out at Noble Glass, where they normally make bongs, and they're going to be making glass pumpkins. Addison Stern, who owns Viking Braggot, we showed you on Monday him making some beautiful pumpkins. Well, they sell them. Now, they're open till 4. I'm warning you. I'm going to be there at 10, and they're probably going to be sold out by 5, or by noon. He told me they will have nothing left probably by noon, so you need to get out there early. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and look at the show then. And then on Monday, we're going to be at the 5th Street Public Market for their haunted market. And on Tuesday, Brinkers is going to go downtown with me, or we're going to go sneak up on the downtown Hallowed Eve celebration in downtown Eugene. So we got all kinds of stuff planned for you. Thanks for being with us. Spread it around, talk about it. And remember, they are the future. And I'm pretty happy about that.